You know when a story breaks and guys, Tim and I know, like we have a feeling certain guys the next day are going to be really busy doing hits on radio and television. I'm going to set Eric Francis at 9.5 hits today. He's joining us now. Eric, 9.5 hits today. Over or under on how many hits you've done today?
Man, you're right at the mark. You should be an odds maker. It's pretty close. The nation is somewhat interested in this, not just Calgarians.
No, I think it is a national story because I think it hits home. One, it's hockey. Two, it's tax money. that is the official daily double in Canadian sports. Tax money and hockey.
Very excited.
All right, so Eric, like the Flames are lying, right? Like they're not going anywhere.
No, you nailed it. I mean, I wouldn't put it quite that way, but the Flames are not going anywhere. They never said they were going anywhere. They just said they were going to stop pursuing an arena. They're hoping an arena will pursue them. Here's the deal. This is political posturing at its finest or worst, or however you want to say it. Nobody said that building a building with a city using taxpayers' money to some degree would be easy. It took 10 years to do it in Edmonton. We're only in year 2. We got a long road to hoe. To be honest, the mayor's response today to the Flames bombshell, I want to put it that way, to me showed that progress was made even today, because now they're going to show what the two proposals were, the city's proposal and the owner's proposal. That to me is progress. So mission accomplished by the Calgary Flames. Some people thought it was way out of left field, and I will admit it caught me by surprise, but turns out I think it was a good move.
It's interesting because a lot of people, and even others running for mayor, were saying, like, where is the transparency in any of this for those nationally kind of joining the story as we speak? So nobody kind of knew what it was about. But Mayor Nenshi said that he remains, that City Council remains at the table, while Calgary said that, they're walking away from the deal. Do you expect Calgary to go back to the table if Mayor Nenshi does release this information?
Yeah, I don't know if simply releasing the information will bring them back to the table. I think it would have to be some sort of closed door, not an olive branch, because we got some major egos at play here on both sides. But you need, basically at some point cooler heads need to prevail. And my suggestion is that'll probably be after the election. There's an election here in 6 weeks, and the scary thing for the Flames and some of their diehard fans who really want a new building is the fact that this mayor is pretty much a slam dunk to be reelected. What the Flames really have a bee in their bonnet over is the fact that he unveiled his election platform basically 2 days ago with a video with John Cornish in it, who's actually under the umbrella of the Calgary Flames ownership group. And it talked about how his vision for a certain part of the downtown core revolved around a new arena. And the Flames basically put up a giant middle finger here and said, you know what, screw you. You're not going to ride on our coattails or on this arena deal as part of your election platform. You're not helping us. You're hurting us right now, and it's time to be clear about that and let the people know. It's a calculated risk, but I liked it. It was ballsy.
Eric, Gary Bettman basically said yesterday, if you want a new arena for this hockey team, you need to shop for a new candidate on October 16th. And I'm still floored that he took that stance. From an outsider looking into your market, Eric, is there a candidate in that race who would pick up that mantle thinking he might get some political mileage out of it?
Yeah, that would be a very smart tack, wouldn't it? I mean, there are two mayoral candidates that come to mind. I haven't heard from either one of them other than the one. Andre Chabot has said that he's a city councilor right now. He says, I thought we were still at the table with the Flames. This is news to me. I'm surprised they pulled up stakes. He thought everything was going swimmingly. And I'm sure that him and the other guy that come to mind, I'm sure all of them will basically try to capitalize on this. And it would be a very smart move. This isn't the #1 election issue in Calgary, but it probably now is going to be one of the #1 issues in this city. It is incredibly divisive. I've lived here 23 years. I've never had an issue so divisive in this city that I'm aware of. You're either for or an against arena. And what's crazy about that is we don't even know the parameters yet, like what the owners are going to pay. We know what they're willing to pay, but how far away are they from what the city wants them to pay and all the other inners of the deal. If we find that out over the next couple of days, then again, we've made progress. So then people could have an educated opinion on what the deal is going to, and if it makes sense.
Yes or no? Wouldn't the Olympics solve all this?
Yes. Yes, I can't. Because the feds in the province want nothing to do with this. They didn't help Edmonton. They're certainly not going to help Calgary.
Right.
But if you get an Olympic bid on your side, then the federal government's going to throw a bunch of money. The province, the city, this arena gets built in a nanosecond if the Olympics is a go. And they'll have to decide that in the very near future as to whether or not they're going to go for it. But again, the mayor is now angling towards not pursuing it because it's going to be very, very expensive. Surprise, surprise.
All right, hit number 10 done for you. We'll see what hit number 11 brings for you, Francis. Thanks for doing this.
Cheers, boys. Always good to talk to you.